Everybody has an arch nemesis with a name so terrifying, so evil, that it makes them shiver in fear. Jojo has Dio, Cloud has Sephiroth, 2-year-olds have broccoli, and just like them all, I too have an arch nemesis, so inhumane, so awful, so conniving, that it makes my hair stand on edge. This abomination of a human being, this absolute terrifying monster, is known as Fat Boy 890.
Now, if you've been living under a rock for the past 13 years and somehow don't know who Fat Boy 890 is, then we're going to have to go back in time to see how this truly terrifying creation was first born. We're going all the way back to the launch of the Wii console. Yeah, that's right, all the way back. When the Wii was first released, it launched with 2 major games, one you probably know and one you might know. The first one, Wii Sports, everybody knows. It's got all of the fancy games like golf and bowling and boxing, you know, all the sports activities. Wii Sports was also released with a lesser-known sister game called Wii Play. On Wii Play, you could do just about everything that you couldn't do on Wii Sports. You could go fishing, you could play Pong, you could play ping pong, you could play pool, you could go reenact World War II, and most importantly, you could play shooting range. What is shooting range, you might ask? Well, oh boy, let me teach you a lesson in Wii Play history. Shooting range was pretty much exactly what it sounded like. It was a shooting range where stuff would come up on the screen and you would shoot it with the Wii remote. It was pretty easy until people started getting competitive. Because as you would go along shooting the different things that popped up on your screen, your score increased. And you should never underestimate gamers to take things a step further than they needed to be. Now for this part, I'm going to have to go a little bit further into detail about what shooting range is. In total, there are 6 rounds in shooting range, and each round has a different little quirk that you can use to your advantage, and it makes things a little bit more interesting as the game goes on. Starting with round 1, a bunch of different colored balloons float up towards the top of the screen. They can be blue, red, yellow, you know, your standard colors of the rainbow. But if you hit 2 balloons that have the same color in a row, you actually get 2 points instead of 1, which I didn't know for the longest time. Round 2 really is the game breaker. If you can't do well on round 2, then you might as well just give up and start back over at round 1. In round 2, targets will pop up on your screen and you have to shoot at them. And the faster you shoot the targets, the more targets have to be brought up to replace the ones that you just shot. So, the faster you shoot, the more score you get, the more targets pop up, the faster you shoot. However, there are purple targets that you can't shoot. If you do, then you'll lose 3 points, and that's not good. So you can't exactly just go shooting all willy-nilly with no regard for what you're shooting at. Round 3 is a lot simpler than round 2, because round 3 is made up of claymores shooting from behind the camera. You want to shoot the claymores when they're as close to the screen as possible, because if you do that, then you'll get 5 points instead of the 3 points you get when they're farther away. Round 4 is also relatively easy. Tin cans will fly in from the sides, and you can shoot them 5 times, and when you do shoot them, they'll bounce up. Every time that you shoot them in succession, you'll get 1 extra point. For instance, if you shoot them once, you get 1 point, twice, you get 2 points, 3 points, you know, on and on. And finally, we arrive at round 5, the final round. Aliens will fly down from the sky and try to capture these little me guys. You don't want them to capture them, so you gotta shoot them. At the end of the round, enemies that you have left will give you 10 points, and that's kind of helpful. Throughout the 5 rounds, there are a couple of duck hunt birds that'll pop up and fly across the screen, and if you hit them, you get a whopping 10 or 15 points. Those are very important points. And then we have the most important mechanic that the game has to offer: the combo. In the game, every time that you hit something, a little number in the bottom pops up, starting at 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then at 5, it turns golden. As you keep on hitting things without missing, the number keeps on going up, and if you do ever miss, then that many points minus 4 will be added to your score. That's why it's extremely important to never miss, because then whenever you get 1 point, you're actually getting 2 points. Plus, every time that you miss, you're basically losing 4 points off of your total score, which is not good when you're trying to go for the world record. Taking all of this into account, Shooting Range is a very difficult game. However, there are a couple of people who have mastered this game and beat it beyond recognition. There isn't an official leaderboard for world records on Shooting Range on Wii Play released on the Wii over 13 years ago, so I had to improvise. First of all, I went to the Guinness World Records and looked up what the world record was for that. I found out that the world record was 754 points. Hint, it's not. Then I tried to search for a world record leaderboard, but to no avail. I could not find anything. So I chose the next best thing, went to YouTube, looked up Wii Play Shooting Range World Record, and found a couple of YouTube videos that showed some of the highest scores that I had ever seen. At this point, I should probably mention that I am also very good at this game. No, I am not joking. I am extremely good at this game, and if I was to go up in a contest against any of you, I would kick all of your asses. In one of my best runs, I was able to get an 854, which is much better than any of you will ever be able to do. However, when looking on YouTube, I found that there are 2 people who are better than me. In second place, there's AwesomeGamerland with a very respectable 870 points. That is a very difficult score to get, and I'm only 16 points behind, so I'm sure that if I really tried, I could probably beat it. However, there is a monster, an abomination of a human being in first place. That's right, I'm talking about Fat Boy 890. Fat Boy 890 absolutely blew the entire game out of the water with a record-breaking 904. How? How the hell did he get a 904? And more importantly, why did he spend such incredible amounts of time to get said 904? Well, going through the video that he posted over 13 years ago, I found that he did an incredible job. Like, I have got to applaud this man for the dedication he had for a game that nobody cares about on the Wii. This man never missed a single shot. What? He hit every single shot, never even thinking about the consequences if he didn't shoot. This man, he's got some, like, Overwatch pro gamer skills. Like, what the heck? I was blown out of the water at how incredible this man is. And just like he stated in the description of his video, the only way that anyone could ever beat him is by getting a better round 2, because like I said before, the faster you shoot, the more targets pop up, the faster you can shoot.
Now that's good and all, but Andrew, why are you telling us? Why are you blabbing on and on and on and on about a thing that I don't care about?
Well, first of all, I have a question for you.
Why are you watching this if you don't care?
Great, now that that one toxic person has left, let's move on. So, Like I said, I'm very good at the game. If you guys want me to show you how good I am at the game, then put it down in the comments section below that you want to see me play the game, and I will find a way to show you guys how good I am at this game. Also, it seems that you guys didn't appreciate that my Hades video was so long, so in response,
I'm going to make it even longer.
haha, that was a joke. Instead, I'm gonna play the game for longer and then shorten it down to like 20 minutes. I can do it longer if you want, but that content will just be made up of some of the better moments of each of the runs so that you guys won't be absolutely bored out of your minds. Also, I fell down the stairs. Bye.